Today's question is, have you ever asked somebody to circumcise themselves so you could unalive them? We're in Genesis 34, and it ain't gonna be pretty. This chapter is ugly, messy, it's full of sin. There ain't no happy ending here, just a hard reminder that when we walk by our flesh instead of by faith, disaster follows. Verses 1 through 4, Dinah's in danger. So Jacob's daughter Dinah, born to Leah, decides to go out and visit the local women, but then when Shechem, son of Hamor, the Hivite, the chief's son, saw her, he grabbed her and he raped her. Pure evil, no way around it. Then, after doing this wickedness, Shechem decides that he loves her and he wants to marry her. He tried to win her affection. Listen to me. You can't fix sin with sweet talk. In verses 5 through 7, we see Jacob and his sons respond. So Jacob hears about it, but he stays silent until his sons come home from the fields. When the brothers hear, they are furious, and rightfully so. They were shocked and furious that their sister had been raped. This was not just about a family insult. It was a deep, personal, public shame. Verses 8 through 12, we see Shechem's proposal. So Shechem's father, Hamor, comes to Jacob, trying to smooth things over. He says, "Please let my son marry her. Intermarry with us, give us your daughters for our sons, and we'll give you our daughters." And Shechem himself says, "Just name whatever bride price you want and I'll pay it." They're trying to buy their way out of sin. But you can't throw money on wickedness and call it good. In verses 13 through 17, we see the brothers' deceptive plan. So Jacob's sons ain't looking for justice. They're looking for revenge. So they lie. They say, "We can't possibly allow this unless all your men are circumcised like we are." Now, circumcision was meant to be a holy covenant sign between God and his people, but they're using it here like a trick. They take what's holy and use it for hate. Verses 18 through 24, we see Shechem and his men agree. So Shechem's so desperate that he finally agrees. He and all the men of the city, they get circumcised. They think this deal will make them get rich and powerful by joining Jacob's family. Won't their livestock, their property, and all their animals eventually be ours? It ain't about love, it's about greed. In verses 25 through 29, we see the slaughter. So while the men are still sore and helpless, two of Jacob's sons, Simeon and Levi, sneak into the city and they kill every man, including Hamor and Shechem. They rescue Dinah and loot the city, taking everything: flocks, herds, wealth, wives, kids. This is not righteous justice. This is bloody, brutal, out-of-control revenge. In 30 and 31, you see Jacob's rebuke. Jacob's not proud. He tells Simeon and Levi, "You've ruined me. You've made me stink among all the people of this land." He's worried that now the Canaanites will rise up and wipe out his whole family. But the brothers just fire back. Should he have been allowed to treat her sister like a prostitute? Listen, they had a right to be angry about the sin against Dinah, but revenge belongs to the Lord, not to hot-headed men taking blood into their own hands. So what's Genesis 34 teaching us? First, sin always leads to more sin when we don't hand it to God. Second, human revenge never brings true justice. It only brings more pain. Third, God's signs, like circumcision, should never be twisted for selfish gain. And silence and passivity, like Jacob's, can make sin worse, not better. Listen to me. The devil loves to get you angry, then use that anger to trap you into more sin. When people do evil to you, don't let your flesh take the wheel. Bring it to God. Let him judge. Let him repay. Your job is to stay faithful even when it hurts. And it's also to keep reading your Bible so you won't be dumb.